Hi, my name is Andrew Kinnear. I'm the founder of Freebruary. Thanks for joining us for this limited interview series with entrepreneurs from across Canada. I hope you enjoy it.
Hi, my name is Keith Liu. I am co-founder and CEO of Skinopathy.
Keith, thanks for joining us today for this video series for Freebruary. We're talking to entrepreneurs and founders and owners of businesses in Canada, all about their business. And so I'd love to know, first off, where are you?
I'm based in Aurora, Ontario.
Great. And so your product being a digital product for the most part means you don't have a physical need to be in any one place.
No, and that's exactly why we were built. Right? We were built because of the pandemic.
Amazing.
And so it really is to be anywhere.
So you're a remote company. And tell me a bit about Skinopathy and how did it start?
Well, we started because my business partner, he's a plastic surgeon. And because of that, he deals with a lot of skin cancers. And since the pandemic, we've been seeing a lot more late stage cancers. People have to wait longer and longer to get help. As you know, I think there's something like millions of procedures delayed in Ontario alone. And so we built a company to essentially address that so that people can stop waiting, the 9 or 10 months on average they have to wait right now to get help.
And when you say screening for those things, how do you do that? How do you screen?
So we built a mobile app that essentially you can download. It's called Get Skin Help. Okay. Right? If you look for Skinopathy or Get Skin Help, you'll find it. And basically what you do is download the app, fill out some medical information because our technology and our doctors need to know. You take a picture of your skin and we'll tell you if whatever you're taking a picture of is cancerous and if what kind of cancer it might be. And we have a pretty high success rate between 88 and 92%. And to give you context, a typical doctor has a 67% chance of getting it right. And even a specialist has an 87% chance. So we go between 88 and 92. Wow.
And is this is high tech. This is the most high tech thing that I've done yet on this interview series. We've done sauces and honeys and things like that. How are you, is this like machine learning, artificial intelligence? Okay.
Yeah, we're a team of doctors and data scientists and engineers, and we built this really to help Canadians, right? And here's the best part. It's not just to tell you may or may not have cancer, because that's one thing. Because in Canada, you have to wait a long time right now. In Ottawa, we've had patients who have to wait 18 months to get treatment on late stage cancer, which could kill you.
Just to answer the question of, is this mole cancer? So not even we're going to cut it out, but like,
yes, that whole process. And we have stories on our website of patients who are literally planning their funerals because they know they have cancer and they're going to die. Wow. And they can't get the help that they need. And really, these are really sad stories. And that's why we were built. So not only are we able to screen for your cancers, and actually we can screen for any disease now, but we started because of cancer. But then what we're able to do is because we can tell you, hey, this is urgent or this is not, right? And if it's urgent, we'll connect you with someone right away who can help you. And so, our average connection is about 2 weeks, maybe. But the fastest we've ever been able to help someone who found us on Google, who did a virtual screening, and then they saw one of our doctors online, and then we brought them in to remove their cancer was 4 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's what we do.
Okay, so non-dairy ice cream is not saving lives.
Hey, I love ice cream. I think that saves my life.
But wow, that's amazing, Keith. Okay, so this is a high-tech company. How big is your company? You're in Aurora, but as you say, you're distributed. Do you have developers
across Canada, right?
Across Canada, okay.
So, scientists and doctors and engineers across Canada. It's really hard to keep track because we've been growing. We were born during the pandemic. I'm thinking 30, 40 people.
And it sounds like a lot of that keeping track of that you mentioned is like, you need, say, a specialist skin doctor to look at something. They're busy people. You have to get it in front of them. Do they have like a different app or something that gives them sort of the doctor view or something? Okay.
I'm so impressed. Like, yes.
Okay.
You're not in the industry, right? So, but yeah, we absolutely have tools that we provide our doctors so that it makes it easier for them to see patients and give them the treatment that they need.
Great. And so they can sort of give it like the green check mark or the red X of like, this is bad, hurry up and That's
You
neat.
got it.
Okay.
So it's
That's
not only just our technology will tell you, and then we have a doctor that confirms it.
wow. Okay. So this is groundbreaking in my mind anyway. So there's no reason why every Canadian shouldn't have this app on their phone for when they spot something that they're worried about. Take a picture
Exactly.
and get it in there.
100%. Sorry, I cut you off there.
It's okay.
And you're right. And the point about every Canadian, and this is, I think, where it ties into Freebruary, we don't charge. It's covered by your provincial plans. There's no cost to it. So you just download, check it out. And if you need help, go see the doctor. You don't have to pay a penny.
So by saving an actual physical doctor's visit as well, you're sort of taking the strain off that system that maybe, you know, for some people, they physically do need to go in because maybe they need to get felt up or in like a medical way.
Yes.
But for people who maybe just have a mole that they're curious about or worried about, this becomes a way to relieve the pressure on that system, on the provincial healthcare system.
Exactly. And usually it's that first meeting that's the hard one, right? Yes. Because you get this referral and then you have to wait. And that time is very stressful.
Referral from the GP to like a specialist, you mean?
Yes, right.
Okay.
Because the GP sees it and they're like, okay, this might be something I don't know, right? And then that wait takes a long time, and of course it gets really bad. So what we do is try to eliminate that first wait, because once we've connected you to someone who can take care of you now, they will do their best to make sure you get the help that you need at the time that you need it, right?
So is the bottleneck sounds like it's at the GP to specialist level versus the specialist. Once they know you have a mole to cut out, they can schedule you and then take care of it. Takes a couple minutes and zip and you're done. Exactly. But they have to you have to get there for that. And that is the challenge.
And it's not always necessarily cutting it out. Sometimes it's prescriptions, right? Again, we cover kind of skin disease, right? But skin cancer is the one that we know is most urgent.
I think it makes for a better video if I talk about you cutting things out. I'm sure they had to teach you how to like cut out moles and stuff, right? I'm just kidding. This is amazing. So tell me a bit of background, Keith. Like, you told me the sort of connection between you and your partner, who's a skin doctor. You said plastic surgeon. Correct. Where was the company? How did the company exist before? Did it start as a side hustle for you with this friend of yours, or what was the genesis of it?
Really, it was, I think in the summer of 2020, and Dr. Colin Hong reached out to me because we both invest in and advise in a lot of tech startups. Okay. And because we have this experience together, and he says, hey, Keith, we've been seeing a lot more late stage cancer. What can we do to help Canadians, right? And, all of him and his peers are really busy, of course, removing the cancers, but the queue is just ridiculously long. Yeah. And so we need to do something. There's only 600 or so plastic surgeons across the country, by the way. And there's only about 600 dermatologists, which means there's only about 1.9 of these dermatologists or plastic surgeons for every 100,000 Canadians. Now, can you see how that wait time just, So what can we do to create some technology to help? And that's really how this all started. And then it was like, okay, wow, this is actually pretty cool. We're able to help. And we've helped thousands of patients already. I think we're over 3,000 by now. And hundreds of doctors are referring to us now saying, hey, you know what? You guys are the specialists. You can help out quick. And so they refer us their patients and then we help.
And if I understand this world correctly, the more scans people take, the smarter your system gets, because it gets to see more. And then as the doctors say, yes, it's cancer, no, it's not, they become you're training the AI essentially, or whatever fancy acronym we're using for that. So your system gets smarter and smarter the more people use it, which I'm sure is why your success rate is higher than the average random doctor, because they just don't see maybe as many as your camera is seeing.
Right. We've had tens of thousands of medically verified images go through our system already.
So is it affected by things like skin color, right? Is it easier to see it on one kind of skin versus another?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
And that's why our technology is actually patent pending. And we built tech AI specifically for skin, and it covers all kinds of, I'm a minority, right? So how we screen for you and screen for me.
Because you wear glasses or
it's the hair. I'm losing
it's
it.
the hair. It's the hair.
But no, so that is absolutely something that we're actively going after, right? Again, there's very little medical data and science out there with, the various skin colors. And actually, we are a company with a lot of people of color. And so, that's one core focus. Canada is a very diverse country. And so, of course, we want to make sure we address all skin colors.
And is that in the initial survey? It's like you try to pre-identify so that the system, or
once you take a picture, we'll know, right?
Yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. It's as plain as the photo itself. That's amazing. And so, okay, so now you've got my brain going here. Is this something, that you can turn into some kind of API that, next thing you know, Snapchat is telling you have cancer because you took a picture of you took a selfie in the mirror and it said, hey, that mole on your face could be cancer? Like, it seems like it's got a lot of legs from a technology point of view.
First of all, I'm blown away by your technical know-how. This is our first.
I didn't always bake ice cream. Come on.
Yeah,
now.
I was like, wow, you're a really advanced technology advanced ice cream company. No, it's a great question, and that's where a lot of the hospitals and government agencies have reached out to us and say, hey, can we bring our technology into their ecosystem? Because right now, when you go to emergency, if you think about the last time you went to emergency, it's very first in, first out, right? You go in, you get a number, they call you to the front. And if you think about this at scale, that's a lot of people that they have to triage. What we're able to do now is actually our technology expands beyond just taking pictures. We can actually help them triage and prioritize. And this is what gets people really excited.
This is fascinating and amazing. And I'm very impressed with this whole thing. What's on your radar for 2022? Like, where do you take this in the next, say, 12 to 18 months?
So now we started on Ontario, right? And we think we have pretty good coverage in Ontario, and we've expanded to a few other provinces already. We're seeing, it just started with other people across Canada reaching out, hey, can you help us, right? It started with Winnipeg and then Alberta and BC. And I think we're heading out into the east now. But next is really making sure that our coverage across the country is strong. And this is where we need more physician partners. And so far, there's been a lot of doctors reaching out saying, can we work with you? So this is great news, right? So we just have to make sure that we can support all of them. And then after that, we know that our technology is useful globally. And we've had a lot of international interest, but our first goal is to make sure we take care of Canadians. So let's make sure we do a good job here. Look, we're a startup. We're 16 months old. So, we're a brand new baby. Once we've, made sure we've done it really well in Canada, then we can go out to the US or somewhere else.
For sure. Keith, this is amazing. I think I have a pretty good grasp of what you guys are doing and the impact it's making on Canadians. And I think everyone who watches this video is going to be really impressed. Thanks for joining me today. And I look forward to staying in touch and seeing how you guys do.
Thank you. It's a real pleasure. And this was such an amazing conversation. I look forward to trying your ice cream.
Thank you. Yeah. And you know what? I'll put the links to the app and to your website where people can get the app and learn about the business. We'll put that in the description.